To answer your question, I don't know the answer to your question. I can. Unless the answer to the question is what the fuck am I listening to? Then the answer is the Marc and JD podcast.
Marc and JD podcast.
Episode 79. Fair warning, we're going to jump right into sports this week. So, if you don't like sports, feel free to skip ahead. But we were just talking about the Mariners the other day, and you couldn't mention any players on the Mariners. And I only know players because I play MLB The Show and because I'm in fantasy leagues.
And I named a few, but I don't know many.
You don't know that many. And to be fair, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who don't know a lot. But you just asked me right before we came on if who the best player the Mariners had since Ichiro. I'm sorry, since Griffey. And I said Ichiro is probably the best one. And that even then he hasn't played on the team in like 6 years.
Well, his last year was 19.
Right. So and then then it was like, oh, he's Hall of Fame eligible. And I went to go look. But what I really wanted to talk about is this 2024 Hall of Fame ballot. Okay, because it's going to start to get really interesting here in a few years.
There's a few
interesting.
There's a few people that probably. Go ahead.
So, if 2023 doesn't really have too many guys, maybe Beltran. I don't know if he's probably not going to get in the first year. If he does, and Francisco Rodriguez probably won't get in. Okay, let's be real.
No,
like closers, you got to do something real crazy to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
but 2024 is when it really starts to get interesting because that's the first year you've got what? No,
come on, really, bud? Dude, I told you not to come in here, and you still came in. Go watch your show. Go. I'm sorry, bud. I'm not going to help you play Nintendo Switch right now. Go out in the living room now.
Technical difficulties.
Holy Jesus, man. One thing.
Go I know.
Out there. Now. I should take it away from you. Fucking butthead.
I know. They can't ever be self-sufficient, man. It's always got to be something.
You're going to find this for me. I'm like, no, I don't play your games. Get out of here.
So 2024, Adrian Beltre.
Yes, 100%. First ballot.
Right. Sorry. Right. To me, he's automatic. Joe Mauer.
No.
Chase Utley.
No.
David Wright, which is a big what if there.
He doesn't have the numbers for it.
No, but he also lost years to injury.
Yeah, but do they give it? They just give him the Hall of Fame for no reason?
No, but Utley and Mauer have borderline fringe cases, I feel. Bartolo Colon.
No.
And Matt Holliday.
Ooh, that's a weird one. I doubt it, though.
I doubt it. Agree. And then 2025, you're going to have Ichiro, which is all about CC Sabathia. And Dustin Pedroia. And Ian Kinsler and Felix Hernandez.
Pedroia, no. They don't have the numbers.
I know, but the numbers in this day and age, especially for a pitcher, they're never going to get the numbers like they used to. Is Felix won a Cy Young once and was runner-up twice. So it's probably not enough to get him into the Hall of Fame.
So I will say, like, Dustin Pedroia, I think he just stayed too long.
But CC Sabathia's got 251 career wins and was really good, has won Cy Young and probably should have won two. Let's be real. Like the year that he got traded mid-year and was like insane for Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. Like he had a really good case to win. If he had pitched a full year, he absolutely would have won.
Yeah, and then he signed with the Yankees and won a ton of games for the Yankees.
Yes, he did. He won 134 games for the Yankees in 11 years.
That's a lot of wins.
It is. But he went 11-2 for Milwaukee in 17 games.
I will say he has 3,000 strikeouts. So he might be. It's a friend. I would say he's got a better chance than like Dustin Pedroia.
Probably. He also pitched a hell of a long time.
Yeah, he did. That's fucking Nolan Ryan numbers right there.
I think 250 wins is the new 300 wins.
I think it almost has to be, because I don't know if anybody's going to reach that plateau anymore.
You're talking 15 straight seasons of 20 wins.
It's impossible unless you're going to pitch for 30 fucking years.
And you only start 31, 32, 33 games a year. So to win that much, it's almost like ridiculous these days to even consider even 250 wins.
So who was the last 300 game winner? Was it Glavine?
Most wins pitchers. I don't. Maybe
he pitched for 21 fucking years, and he had an ERA of 3.54.
Glavine? Glavine did it. Randy Johnson did it recently.
Okay, I guess maybe. Well, who retired first? Glavine
I don't remember.
Glavine retired in 2008.
I feel like Randy Johnson was still pitching.
Randy Johnson pitched until 2009.
Okay, and then the next closest active guy is Verlander. He's got 230. There's no way he gets and he's a Hall of Famer. I mean,
he is a Hall of Famer. Yeah,
you're talking to a dude that has 3 no-hitters, multiple Cy Youngs.
He's also having a great year right now.
Right now,
I know, it's crazy.
2-time Cy Young, 2-time runner-up Cy Young,
Rookie of the Year
as well, Rookie of the Year, and he has, I think, almost 4 no-hitters. He had one going late in the other day.
He won the Cy Young 3 years ago,
and he only has 230 career wins.
Yeah, but he was on I don't want to say he was on shitty Detroit teams.
No, they were good Detroit teams.
Most of the time they were good. Like there was a couple of years where they were pretty bad, but
I think they made the postseason most of the years there. I want to say. No, actually, no, you're right. They made it in 2006 and then not again until 2011. How the hell did that happen?
I don't know, but if you look at he lost 17 games in 2008.
he was bad for a while.
But no, he really never was that bad. I mean,
look at the numbers. If you go back his last couple years, like 2013 and 14 and 15, he really wasn't that great. And then he kind of turned it back around.
I think going to Houston, that trade to Houston kind of reinvigorated him a little bit.
Well, that and I remember reading an article that he stopped trying to throw for control and just wanted to throw it fucking harder.
I mean, and usually that works. It depends on who you are. Like the Braves had that Spencer Strider kid. That dude touches 100, and he's learning to control it. It's kind of crazy. Like he throws 100-mile-per-hour fastball and like a 92-mile-per-hour slider. It's insane. I
mean, he was trying just to not walk people and strike people out, and it screwed him up. Because you can look at his average fastball was down to like the low 93s. And then he was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to fucking let it loose. Cut loose. He started throwing 95 on average again. That's a big difference.
I mean, so like looking at Dustin Pedroia's numbers too, like he is almost a 300 career hitter, but he's got 1,800 hits. He didn't play 2018, 2019. He played 9 games total. So, I mean, he
got 30. After 33, he was done.
Yeah, I mean, it happens to a lot of players, unfortunately.
David Wright's in the same boat. David Wright was a better player overall than Pedroia.
But, I mean, he won a World Series, right, with them? So, I mean, who gives a shit?
They won 2, didn't they?
I don't know if he was on the first one. Was he?
I believe he won 2 World Series. Yes.
Okay. I know he was Rookie of the Year. I mean, but he was a Rookie of the Year, an MVP.
Yeah.
Multi-time Gold Glove, multi-time All-Star. I mean, he might be like that's the definition of a fringe Hall of Famer.
I mean, Chase Utley has a better case than he does. So does David Wright. Even if they were never, some players get screwed out of a Rookie of the Year because they get called up the year and like play out a year. They really weren't that great, or they didn't have the numbers to compete with other people.
Chase Utley played for a while.
Yeah, fuck Chase Utley.
I fucking hate that greasy haired motherfucker.
I hate him too because A, he was a Philly, and B, he broke Ruben Tejada's leg in the 2015 NLDS.
Yes, he did. That slide was nasty.
That changed how they do slides in baseball. Period. Any position. That slide has more ramifications than any slide in the last 30 years. If you could call it a slide, it was a tackle.
I honestly don't think he has the numbers to get in. He has like 80 more hits than Dustin Pedroia. He played fucking way longer, like at least 4 or 5 more years. And he's got 11, almost 1,200 fucking strikeouts compared to 720 walks.
Yeah,
that's intense. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what David Wright's number. He hasn't played in forever. It feels like.
David Wright had some serious numbers. He had like 200 and something home runs.
He's got
242 homers, just under 1,000 RBIs, 296 career average.
He's almost got 1,800 hits. I mean, I don't want to.
But look at if you look at his numbers, he was 31 was his last full season, and even then he wasn't healthy. The spinal stenosis killed his career.
He reminded me a lot of Chipper Jones, the way he played the game and stuff like that.
And
obviously,
City Field, the first couple of years killed him.
And they built the fucking stadium for him, basically.
No, they built it for pitching, and then screwed him up because people were hit. They also fucked Jason Bay. Remember that?
Oh,
that
God.
was
Jason Bay.
You want to talk about bad signings? You talk about Jason Bay coming to the Mets, and he was so bad. So bad. How do you get a dude that is literally a year before an all-star Silver Slugger, 36 home runs, and hit 6 the next year?
Well, that's the same way that happened with Nate McLouth when the Braves signed Nate McLouth. That was a weird situation.
He was coming from Nate McLouth was coming from Pittsburgh. So
I know.
That's not really like coming from Boston. It's a bigger deal. He fucking killed him. He was terrible for the Mets.
He was terrible. He was terrible for the rest of his career. It didn't matter.
Oh, it fucked him up.
He was playing for a.
I mean, they changed the stadium dimensions.
Oh yeah, but Jason Bay was a rookie of the year. He had a shit ton of home runs before he even got to the Mets.
You see that? Oh, he did. You see that a lot with stadiums. They don't really know what the fuck's going to happen with the ball flying out at first.
Well, they were talking about it too. I was watching some of the game tonight on Apple TV, which we could talk about that too. How weirdly the icons and shit they use are so
it's
weird.
Like watching it on an iPad designed by Apple, and there's always like these extra little stats going on, and the announcers are terrible. It's not a bad visually. It's not terrible.
Does Bryant? No, visually, it's actually the picture is amazing,
and it has this special camera that looks awesome.
Oh, really?
This one camera. It looks fantastic. It's like a 4K super camera.
They use it for football. It's when they have everything around them is blurred. It's just they're showing you the one guy. It's kind of awesome.
It's awesome. But the announcers are terrible. Terrible.
Is Brian Jordan always one of the announcers?
I have no idea. I don't think so. I don't think he was on the Mets game.
So it's some girl. It's like Melanie Newman, I think.
There were 2 girls in it, and I was like, I can't. I'm sorry. Listen, I don't want to seem sexist. I'm okay with it, but they wouldn't shut the fuck up and talk about the actual game.
No, they're just blathering on. I'm like, shut the fuck up. That's why you got Skip Carey and you got Jeff Francoeur for the Braves. You got Keith Hernandez and you got who's the other guy for the Mets? I can't remember his name.
Ron Darling.
And but it's another guy. You have
Cohen?
You have the straight guy. You have the 2 play-by-play guys who are baseball players, and you have the guy who wasn't a baseball player.
Right. You got the straight guy. You got the commentator that knows defense,
everything,
hitting, and then you got the pitching guy. That's generally how a solid baseball booth works.
That's how, and you would never have thought that Jeff Francoeur would be a great play-by-play guy, but he's actually really damn good.
He knows the game. He just couldn't do it like a lot of these players are.
I mean, he's obviously we could talk.
He did it. He did. I mean, he did do it for a while.
He did play for a while.
But the best color guys aren't always the best players. Notwithstanding, Keith Hernandez, I argue, should be a Hall of Famer. That's my argument. The dude won 9 Gold Gloves or 11 or some ridiculous amount of Gold Gloves. And I get it was only first base, but come on, whatever. And an MVP and did a whole hell of a lot of blow. So, but yeah, it's not.
He had a pretty good batting average. I mean, he had more hits than a lot of those guys that were going to be eligible this year. He had over 2,000 hits.
He was hired by the time of the ballot. He was on the ballots. Dudes were jacking home runs.
Dude, he was an MVP too. I did not know that, honestly.
He won MVP in 1979 with the Cardinals, split co-MVP. By the way.
Yeah, I remember hearing
him and Stargell tied.
That's so weird. That'll never happen again.
No, I mean he hit 344 that year.
Yeah, he had a great season. But I've always liked Keith Hernandez. I always liked Hojo too. Those my favorite.
He struck out a lot. A
terrible baseball player.
No, he was a good baseball player. He could give you 30 home runs.
Yeah, but he would give you like a 220 batting average.
Yeah, he's no Dale Murphy. I've argued for years that Dale Murphy should be in the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely be in the Hall of Fame. Fuck Harold Baines.
Again, there are a lot of players from the 80s, right, that retired at the height of the steroid era in the mid 90s, and that's when they became eligible. And they're like, well, somebody's already got more home runs than him. Why should he be on the ballot? Because he played in a different fucking era. That's why.
Harold Baines played for 21 years. And he didn't even get 3,000 hits.
I feel like guys that play for a really, really long time should be in like their own separate wing. Like, you get it. 21 years of playing at a major league level is quite bravo, clap, clap, quite an accomplishment in any sport, no less.
I mean, Dale Murphy played for 17 years.
Yeah, that's an accomplishment.
265 batting average, though. I mean, that's what held him back.
Although you could argue that the expansion era did extend his career by a few years, because didn't he play for Colorado for a year?
1 year.
Right. You think anybody else would have had him on? I doubt it. He probably would have been done had it not been for the Rockies.
He only played 26 games and he batted $143.
Yeah. I mean, he was done, but like Colorado was like, we could get Dale Murphy. Let's do it. Like, what are we waiting for? Just like in the way that Vinny Castilla and other guys played for the Rays. We can get these guys,
When they did that expansion league, which probably will never happen again, I would imagine, right?
If anything, they need to decrease the amount of teams, but
yeah, we're getting kind of
32 is perfect.
It works.
It just works. I'm sorry, it's not 32. 32 is football. 30 in baseball.
Yes.
If you add teams, it's got to be 2, and then you're gonna have 4 divisions of 4. I just don't know if that works.
No, it doesn't. You'd have to add more than that. But so like even Colorado, I remember when they expanded the things, and my parents, like my brother I always had like Marlins shit, and my brother had Colorado Rockies shit. It was like just because it was new and different.
Yeah,
and like
cool
you got all
for
the
a new team.
Right? And I think at that point too, 93. I think I was living in Florida, to be honest with you, back then. I don't 100% remember, but I believe we were actually living in Florida at that point when they got a brand new team. And they fucking sucked, but who cares? I mean, there was brand new baseball. I remember the baseball cards for like 93.
It was just cool to like for a brand new team. Everybody can root for a brand new team. They're brand new. You can't be a homer. You can't be a winner picker. They're a brand new team. You start fresh. I understand that.
Now they have no fans.
Right, well, the Rockies, they have
the Marlins. No, the Rockies have fans.
The Marlins don't have fans because baseball in Florida is fucked, and because they fucked over the citizens there. But that's another story for another time.
Tampa's got some fans.
Tampa doesn't even play in Tampa. That's the problem.
We've talked about that. But Tampa, I if I had to pick a Florida team, it would be the Tampa Bay Rays. I can't even watch them because I don't have TV, and MLB blocks them out. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah. So, but you can root for a brand new team. It's cool. It's okay. And for historically, most of the brand new teams are, they have their ups and downs. They did it in football. The Panthers, they were cool. The Panthers, the Jaguars, they're cool. It's the Jaguars. And then the Texans, they're the Texans. All right.
they needed another Texas team.
And then the Ravens, if you want to count the Ravens or the Browns, whichever one you want to talk about. Basketball had a lot of expansion of when we were growing up.
They also changed a lot of team names.
Basketball has had the most expansion or movement in our lifetime.
Yes.
What was the last baseball team? Did any baseball team move in our lifetime?
Montreal.
I guess so.
That would be the
only one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because they're, and which was kind of, I feel like they fucked over a whole city because of that.
Yep.
They fucked over a whole city. Baseball in Montreal wasn't really that popular anymore, I guess.
Oh, no,
But
the stadium was a shithole.
was it Olympic Stadium? Is that what it was?
Yes, Stadium Olympique.
And everything's. I mean, it's just
Olympique.
they miss it there. They want it back.
They
but
do.
They don't want to put any money into that stadium, though.
Yes, GD. Yes, we would like the baseball back.
We would like.
We need things to do in the summer while we wait for the wine.
They'll be drinking wine out of fucking glasses in there.
But in basketball, there's been a lot.
Well, there's no more. Are the Supersonics still around? The Sonics?
They're the Thunder now.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so I was gonna say, like, I know they've changed so many names. Like for what was it, the Grizzlies? Aren't the Grizzlies anymore, right?
Well, the Grizzlies, no, they're still the Grizzlies, but they moved.
Yeah, so I know there were some that actually moved to certain areas.
Yeah, so in the 80s.
Yeah, when we're talking about basketball. Did you even know the playoffs are going on right now?
Yeah, I know. They started before hockey, which was really weird.
Yeah, I don't even know hockey playoffs are going on.
Right. So in 88, which is in our lifetime, the Hornets and the Heat came on. Now the Hornets are in New Orleans. Then in 89, the Timberwolves and the Magic, 4 new teams in 2 years. And then in 95, the Raptors and the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies moved. And then the Bobcats, now the Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
So they went from 20. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 teams in 15 years, just about. They added. And you know what? They probably could stand to add even more in basketball.
They probably could add more, honestly. I mean, I don't know. Basketball's a weird sport.
Like, I'm surprised they haven't added an international team like somewhere else. It's very big in China.
Well, they've got Canada. They have like Canadian teams, but you're not going to fly a fucking team overseas.
They have one Canadian team, and it's Toronto. Again, failed. Another failed. It only works in Toronto. Toronto is the only Canadian sport where anything but hockey seems to work.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. Sorry, this has been a very distracted podcast today.
It's because it's a large city. I don't think you realize how large Toronto is.
No, I do. It's like, isn't it? Don't they call it like? I don't want to say it's Manhattan, but it's like it's as big as like a New York City landscape as far as Toronto goes. I forget the wording of what I heard about it.
Well, I mean, Toronto is the 5th largest city in North America. If you don't want to count Mexico, because Mexico City's got a ridiculous population. It's 4th. It's right behind Chicago. Just barely.
It's a major metropolitan city, though, Toronto.
Yeah.
So I mean, look how. I mean, the fans go to Blue Jays games. I don't. The Maple Leafs, I don't think anybody goes to see, but I mean,
no, they don't have a problem. They could probably support a second hockey team. They're so popular.
How come they never put like football teams in Canada?
Because in Canada they have the CFL.
Yeah, but it's not super popular or anything. It's not super.
If you want football, that's what the Bills are for.
True.
They're close enough there, and they have the Toronto Argonauts, which is they have 17 Grey Cup championships. So why would they need an NFL team? They already have a really good Canadian Football League team. So why fuck with it? Why mess with it? 17 Grey Cup championships. That's a lot. It's a lot.
I don't know what the Grey Cup is.
That's the Super Bowl.
I know.
Come on.
What was it?
What
team was what's his name on? Kurt Warner. Wasn't he in the CFL?
I think he was on like Saskatchewan.
He was in the Arena Football League, not the CFL.
Didn't he? You watched the movie? You tell me.
Yeah, it was the Arena Football League, AFL.
I know he's in the Arena. He didn't ever play it in the CFL. What's his name? Randall Cunningham did.
Yeah, a lot of players did, and then they come back, and then they go back there, and they come back.
Well, Randall Cunningham played.
Is Randall Cunningham a Hall of Famer?
I believe so. Did he play? Maybe he did. Who am I thinking of?
I don't know. Black quarterback who played in the Canadian Football League. Black quarterback who played in Super Bowl. No, Canadian League.
Oh, Warren Moon.
Oh, yeah. Warren Moon was actually a really good quarterback.
God, that makes me sound so fucking racist. God damn it.
Warren Moon.
I'm not racist. I just got them mixed up.
So I will say this. I know we haven't talked about my obsession with getting cards signed through the mail, but we are talking about Toronto. And I have this awesome Joe Carter signed Toronto Blue Jays card that I just got in the mail. I have a Warren Moon autograph as well.
Oh, yeah? Warren Moon.
I believe I have Randall Cunningham, too, actually.
5-time Grey Cup champion Warren Moon. 2-time MVP.
Damn right. Go, Warren Moon.
5 times in a row. That's crazy, right?
That means the rest of the players on the other team suck. Okay? That's what that means. 17-time Grey Cup champions. You know why? Because everybody else sucks.
Edmonton Eskimos. What a name. What a name. The names of the teams in the CFL are something else. Let me tell you.
What would you name them, though?
I don't know. The Hamilton Tiger Cats? Tiger Cats? They couldn't just be the Tigers?
There's probably
the Montreal Alouettes.
Alouettes. That is definitely a Canadian thing. Alouettes.
Yeah. Alouettes. The Ottawa Red Blacks. What the fuck is a Red Black?
I don't know. We don't live in Canada.
And I want to say it's a Native American thing.
Probably
that's what I would say.
Pretty racist.
The Toronto Argonauts. Are they Jason and the Argonauts? Like what even? The Argonaut Rowing Club. That's why they had their name.
They used to be the Ottawa Rough Riders.
The BC Lions.
And then apparently they changed it to the Renegades, and now they're the Red Blacks. What the fuck is the
Renegades is way better, by the way.
Renegades is awesome.
BC Lions, okay, Lions, whatever. Calgary Stampeders, okay, I can deal with that. Edmonton Elks, the Edmonton Elks. That's what they are now.
There's a correlation there with the Stampedes thing.
They used to be the Eskimos, now they're the Elks.
They used to have Stampede Wrestling, in Calgary, because that was where Bret Hart came from.
Because that's where they had a big, there's a big Stampede festival every year or something.
Did you just make that up?
No, I'm telling you.
You should just be like
Calgary Stampede.
Yeah.
Name.
We just started talking about random shit today.
That's what we do. The Calgary Exhibition and Stampede is a combined agricultural fair and rodeo.
You think they'll let us podcast from there? It's on my birthday. It's on my birthday, Mark.
Why the fuck would I want to go to Calgary?
Why not? We could catch a fucking hockey game or something.
In the middle of the summer? The Saskatchewan Roughriders. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Blue Bombers.
And then remember they tried in the mid 90s to expand into America. Do you remember that?
What, the CFL?
You don't remember that.
CFL?
Yes.
No, I don't remember that.
Yes. So
I watch hockey. I tried really, really hard to get into hockey, and I just can't do it. The names are fucking ridiculous. They had that red line that followed the puck all over the place. That's when I watched it last.
Oh, the mid-90s.
That was like the mid-90s, yeah. I remember watching the Rangers win in 94. That's the last time I really paid attention to hockey.
So the CFL tried to expand into America. They were like, you know what? Let's do it. We need to expand into America. I don't know why, but they were like, we need to be in America. So they expanded, and most of the teams lasted for 1, maybe 2 years. Okay. They tried to go into markets that were underserved by the NFL. So you had Baltimore, which didn't have the Ravens yet, the Baltimore Stallions, the Birmingham, Alabama Barracudas, the Las Vegas.
Who wants to watch hockey in fucking Alabama?
What? No, this is football, Jim. It's football.
Oh, fuck, I'm lost here.
Yeah, CFL, college, Canadian football.
No, we're talking about hockey. What the fuck?
We're still
lost.
Canadian football.
Okay, never mind.
You brought up hockey. The Las Vegas Posse, the Memphis Mad Dogs, the Sacramento Gold Miners, the San Antonio Texans, and the Shreveport Pirates. I don't know why anybody ever thought a Shreveport Pirates in Shreveport, Louisiana never needed a place to play.
Pirates are always going to be a baseball team. They can't be no. They just can't.
But they had plans to have other teams in Jackson, Mississippi, in Miami. I don't know why Miami. A team in Houston, a team in Norfolk, Virginia, and a team in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee?
They were going to go fucking hard in America, and it failed epically. Epically failed. Nobody wanted to go to watch Canadian football because the rules are too different. Okay.
Yeah.
They're too different. That's why if XFL
I was going to
survive.
I was going to ask, do you think that The Rock being behind that will actually make that work or no?
It can work. There is a place.
It wasn't bad. I mean, it was semi-enjoyable.
I mean, they planned to come back and then COVID hit.
Oh, COVID fucked the XFL over.
Yeah.
100%. I will. Honestly, it wasn't bad. My brother bought season tickets.
He would buy season tickets. It can work. It can't do with the USFL. The USFL was fine until they decided, you know what, we need to go head to head with the NFL. They fucked themselves over.
You're never going to beat the NFL.
Right.
But if you need to be a summer league or whatever.
If you do, not even summer because it's too hot, but if you do a spring football league, I'm talking March to June before it gets crazy hot, you're probably fine.
You can even go March July probably and actually not be terrible because then you have the NFL starts August.
Yeah, but the games would have to be night games for sure. I mean, but at that point you're a championship territory anyway, and the games are going to probably be at night. But if you're going to play, if there's say a Miami team, or where were the teams in the last time? The Vipers, they were the team of Tampa Bay.
There was a Vegas team too somewhere.
Yeah, not yet. There wasn't one yet. But if you're gonna do say they're playing the championship game in Tampa in July, it better be at night. It's gonna be it's gonna be like the sweatiest game of all time. That's why I don't think you can go that late. That's just me. But I mean,
you're right.
If you only have 8 teams, how many games do you really need to have in a year? You're only going to have maybe twice against every team, 2 divisions of 4, twice against your division, so that's 6, and then once against every other team. That's 10 games.
I mean, you think about it this way: if you did that, get yourself started, get a fan base going, then you could expand it to 16 teams or whatever, figure it out. But you're never going to get going until you actually, create your fan base.
You've got to do it. And you really shouldn't be targeting teams that have teams areas already.
Like you put a team in DC, you kind of shot yourself in the foot. Because I mean, anybody who is a Washington Redskins fan, fuck that shit. I'm not going to call them the football team, which is actually kind of hilarious. But,
I plan on calling them the Washington professional football team for a long time. It's just funny.
Did they actually?
Yeah, they're the Commanders now, but I'm not going to call them the Commanders. No,
the Washington football team. But those guys, the fans who love that team are always going to love that team. It doesn't matter, and nobody. I don't love football enough to watch just football year round. I mean, I do. I love the Jets. They suck balls, but they're probably going to be pretty good this year, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, when they did the XFL the first time back in 2001, you watched it because it was different. It was so new, bad. And because we were so into wrestling at that time. It was so tied to wrestling.
Opie and Anthony did the fucking pre-show. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So bad. So early 2000s.
Yeah. But you got to take it the other way. It could work. I mean, arena football has died 3 or 4 times now. Keeps coming back.
Yeah, I mean,
and if arena football can work, if MLS can work in America, okay?
Does it?
Why can't yes? It keeps expanding.
So it's just weird.
What do we does the Mark and JD podcast work? Do we need to have? I mean, we've tried expanding our podcast unsuccessfully into other podcasts.
We could do that, but you always never watched the fucking movie. Okay, this is your fault.
It is, but you know what? We do it visually now. I feel like we need to have lots of visuals with it.
Yeah, we were watching Eric Andre earlier. I want to get him on the podcast. That'd be fucking.
You're watching what?
We were watching Eric Andre earlier.
Oh, right. I mean, Eric Andre was in. Did you see? You saw Jackass?
Jackass, yeah. A lot of dick in the balls in that.
Oh
movie.
my god, so much dick. So much. Dick.
So, like, okay, let's move on from football and sports in general.
Sports time is now over. 35 minutes of sports time. I have to remember that.
We never talked about Jackass the movie, did we?
Yeah, a little bit. I told you it had so much dick in it. The most I've seen
we never talked about
less dick in it.
We never talked about it on the podcast.
I thought we did. I told you to watch it because it was good. I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, but I mean, not until I hadn't watched it yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like,
so much uncensored dick.
So much uncensored dick. But like, I don't know that I would want anybody. And when he put the glass around his dick and then screwed it together, I've never felt pain before, like phantom pain.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
That was fucking terrible.
I just couldn't believe that they had so much dick in it. I don't even know if there were titties, but there was definitely dick.
There was no titties in that movie. There was like one woman. And she did like 2 stunts.
She did like nothing. But Jackass has always been a guy's thing.
Dudes fucking trying to kill themselves.
So much dick. Unbelievable amounts of dick.
And they're making another one.
Well, now that they're not making another one. They filmed like they do with all of them so much stuff that they have enough content for like a half of a movie.
So stupid.
It comes out soon, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think probably because the other one came out over a year ago. It just got released on Paramount not too long ago. Which I was surprised that was on fucking Paramount. Premiere.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a Paramount movie.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that look at that, comes out next week, May 20th. Jackass 4.5.
More dick. Lots more dick.
Maybe it'll have less dick. I mean, I don't even more dick.
I hope it has
possibly have more dick.
I don't think you could. So anyway, going back, because you know how we're Kevin Smith fans, and this is kind of unrelated to what we're talking about, but I had the link open. I wanted to buy a Hartford Whalers jersey.
Oh, Hartford the Whale! They only beat them twice in a lifetime.
So I was like looking at jerseys for like Hartford Whalers. It says like a fucking gag, kind of like the fucking replacements jersey. I was thinking maybe it'd be cheap. $140 fucking for a Hartford Whalers jersey.
Dude, it's just fucking bootleg that. What are we even talking about?
I don't even know where to bootleg it from anymore. Fuck. The replacement jersey cost me like $14 or whatever.
Because it's not licensed.
It's not real, but I mean it's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I guess it is licensed still, but it's still fucking like the Hartford Whalers haven't been around for what, 20 years, if not more.
It's been a while. Why would you want to buy a Hartford Whalers? I don't understand why you want to buy a Hartford Whalers jersey.
Just as a gag. I don't know. I've never owned a hockey jersey before.
Wait, as a gag to who? There's got to be somebody to gag.
Myself. I like to buy random shit, Mark. You know that.
I mean, I guess.
I don't buy that much random shit anymore, though, honestly. The last thing I bought was a Andy Dwyer pop vinyl.
Do you even know a player?
Not a clue.
Right.
I just know there's
the black one, the white one, or the green one.
Hang on. I'll pull it up for you.
I have it here.
Oh, I'll send you the picture of what I was going to buy. It's actually $120. It was $135. Now it's $119.
I found it for $44.
Where?
I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that.
This is the one I actually want. I don't think it's a jersey. It's like a hoodie.
Whoops, that's not the right thing. But yeah, I mean, it's $40.
That's the same link, Mark.
Is it? I did. Did I send you the same link twice? I guess I did. Why would I go?
But Haley would be so mad at me if I bought another jersey. I have a whole closet full of fucking jerseys.
I need to get a new Jets jersey, but I refuse until they get somebody there long term.
I'm gonna get a DeMott. We bought my dad a DeMott jersey for like his, I want to say 50th, 40th. I don't even remember. But I need to get a DeMott jersey. I just don't know what number I would get. I don't want number 1. I'd rather get no.
July 7th. Just do 7.
It's the 8th, Mark. You fucking
whatever. I was close. When's my birthday, asshole?
November 22nd.
Ah!
21st.
Ah! I was closer than you were.
27th.
You're a week away. It's just 29th. Goddamn.
It's close.
You could do 78. No, why not?
We're terrible best friends. Just saying.
Yes, I know we are. I mean, why are we even questioning that? You know what sucks? I haven't had a chance to rage this out recently, but the fact that you have to wake up at like 5 o'clock, it fucking sucks.
Oh, it blows.
When you go to bed at 8:30 and 9 o'clock, what the fuck? I got nobody to talk to for hours, and I wanted to. The last thing you want is wake up to 30 messages from me. But there's so much I want to talk about. Usually, and I'm like,
I don't. And then the sad part is, it's not like I work where I worked anymore, and I don't have time to bullshit. I'm going like 24/7 when I'm there.
I'm sure it makes the day go fast.
Oh,
you're actually there.
Like I went in today at 6:30, and by the time I thought about it, I think it was 12 o'clock. So I mean, it does, and I worked till like 4. I mean, it was fucking like
it was a long day.
Yeah, it was a long day. But when the boss isn't there, I'm the boss. So
I'm the boss.
Not the boss per se, but somebody has to work that long shift. So I am technically the long shift.
Do you get paid more when you're like the boss?
No,
one of those kind of
if
things.
If he's on vacation, I think we get coded as something else. So I think you do get paid more. But that's a weird.
Places, I know some places do that.
It's German company. It's so fucking weird. Some things are just so strange.
Well, I mean, it works though. Look how much they've expanded.
Oh,
how many other grocery stores do you know that are in both Pennsylvania and Florida? Not many.
Not many.
Walmart and Target, but they're not grocery stores.
So if I ever move back to Pennsylvania, I'll have a place to go.
Just You're never going to move back to Pennsylvania.
Exactly.
Quit lying to yourself. I have a better chance of buying waterfront property in Arizona than you do.
What did I say the other day? What was that joke I made?
I don't know.
Something about water, and I'm like, they're just trying to get you to buy. They want to make a waterfront property for you. I don't remember what the joke was anymore.
I don't know. I don't remember
either. that oceanfront property in Arizona podcast is probably one of the best ones we've ever done, and it makes me laugh every time. I listened to Grill Masters of the Universe the other day, just on a whim, and it makes me laugh because I'm so mad about it.
I'm so
drunk and annoyed,
and just like in a rough spot because you're moving.
No, that was after I moved. I was already here, but
that was the whole quitting your job thing too, right?
Probably, yeah. I don't know. One of those days. Some of those are hard to listen to.
Maybe a little bit for you. I don't really go back.
I don't listen to. I don't really. I'll pop it on. Like if you release a new one, I'll pop it on and I'll listen to it for a little bit, and then I'll cut it off and listen to something else. But I don't like listening to myself anyway. Just that I don't know. I just don't. It's fun listening to the old shows where I don't sound like. I mean, I sound similar, but I sound younger.
There are points where I don't mind the sound of my voice, and then there are points where I'm like, "That's me." The fuck's wrong with you?
You know what's funny? Is
it's that wrestler. You gotta get that wrestler's voice, Jim. Vince McMahon, like that.
You're fired.
You're fired. If you listen to him on commentary, it's mostly normal voice. But then when he became like, everything's gotta be grittier. It's the WWF.
Speaking of wrestling, did you see that? I sent you that video, that spot by Darby Allin.
Oh, fucking Darby Allin.
Why?
I believe. Was it Double or Nothing? It's coming up in 2 weeks, right?
Something like that. But I mean, that is a dumb spot to do on a fucking TV show.
Hey, man, Darby's all in.
I know he is, but that's fucking crazy. That dude should be like a champ of something.
So you're going to have Hangman versus Punk. That's the main event.
That's weird to me, too, because, I mean, there's no way Punk wins the title, right?
He might.
You really think so?
He might. I don't know.
Do you think fans will be pissed, though? Because they love Hangman.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I love Hangman. Fuck.
I mean, with May 29th, so 2 weeks from tomorrow. No, 2 weeks. That's a Sunday.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks from Sunday I'm gonna have to watch it, no doubt.
Depends on when I work on Monday.
Hook, yeah. And then the only other match that they've announced right now is that I'm interested. Hook and Danhausen versus Tony Nese.
Hookhausen.
Yes, Hookhausen. Yes. And what sucks is that both of those guys are not going to be in the A&W game when it drops.
Yeah, I know. They got in there way too late. But
Right.
Danhausen, I have not watched. Honestly, I have not watched wrestling in so long. I
I
didn't watch
I know
wrestling
who
in
he is,
Backlash.
and I really haven't been
I know who
watching
he
it
is.
in and out.
But I see the clips on like TikTok and all the other shit, and he's fucking hilarious.
Dude,
Absolutely fucking hilarious.
He's he got on Conan O'Brien. Like, that's mainstream. How many other wrestlers have been on Conan O'Brien? Not many.
Not many. Not many. He's just fucking funny. I mean, it's just a weird gimmick that works really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Hook is awesome too. Don't get me wrong. That's Taz's kid.
Yep.
Which means he grew up literally 5 minutes away from us.
Probably.
No, he did literally 5 minutes away
Why?
from us because he lived. Taz grew up. I knew where Taz lived. He lived in North Massapequa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
He
so.
did.
He was born there.
yeah. He
So
lived in North Massapequa. Had a really nice house. So I knew exactly where he lived. We used to ride bikes past his house. But
went to Plain Edge High School.
Yep. So he used to live in North Massapequa, literally like probably 10, I want to say maybe 5 minutes away from Matthew's house. But we used to ride bikes over there. I never saw him because
Well, I mean, I doubt you would.
Probably would have killed us. But I think he was in WWE at that point anyway. I would imagine.
I mean, you're talking about a guy that really made it on the indies, and you can do that because YouTube, social media, you can thrive and not be in a major wrestling company. You know that Enzo is wrestling again?
Yeah, he's been wrestling.
But he's in MLW.
Yeah, he's been wrestling for a little bit.
God,
So
I wish they would bring. If they brought them back together, would you watch on WWE?
Probably.
I would watch it in a second.
You know, there was rumors that they were interested in bringing Big Cass back after he was on AEW.
He looks good.
He looks like
clean.
He's actually healthy, which is nice. He had a rough fucking go.
He was never great on the mic. That was his issue. But when you have a guy like Enzo,
you don't need him.
Who's probably the best guy on the microphone in the last 10 years.
I mean, who is better than? I mean, he gave you exactly what you wanted. Right. You know, he gave you a hype. He was a hype man, basically.
How many catchphrases did he alone come up with?
Cup of haters.
Cup of haters.
So great.
So I mean, like they were so over in WWE, so over.
And that I just don't understand that whole bullshit. And nothing ever came of it either. That's the sad part.
Because they wanted to break them up as a tag team because that's what Vince does. Breaks up tag teams.
Fucking idiot, man.
Meanwhile, AEW is the opposite. If you want to be a tag team, you go right ahead. You tag team all day.
The sad part is, they're going to break up Orton and Riddle at some point, even though it works so well together.
I know it works so well.
It's reinvigorated Orton's career.
It only works if Riddle turns on Orton, and if they have till next WrestleMania to do that.
Yeah, they have a whole year.
Otherwise, if it's Orton turning on Riddle, then it doesn't. It's the same old shit. Don't lean into the same old shit. Fucking go against type and have Riddle do it,
or don't do it at all. Keep them together. They work so well together. Who cares? It's fucking hilarious to see Orton's reaction to Riddle's shit.
It's even funnier is that he wants to play it 1,000% straight. He doesn't want to laugh. He's like, I'll tolerate you because I kind of like you.
The whole thing is softened though. He's softened. He's not like that anymore. But he tries to play, and when they try to make him like really break, that's what's funny. Trying to make him break is the best. What was the thing Riddle said most recently? I forget what it was. I can't remember now. He said something that he probably shouldn't have said, but they let him say it. I can't remember what it was now. Fuck. Whatever it was fucking hilarious. I mean, there's been a lot. He's just funny, And I'm glad that he's having at least a little bit of success on the main roster because those NXT guys have had no success whatsoever. He was barely in NXT. And it looks like, yeah, that's true. He was there for a little while. But he wasn't really like a featured guy for a long time. Mm-hmm. He was there for a little bit and then got called up pretty much. Yeah, and it looks like they're gonna put AJ Styles and Finn Balor together as like
I saw that.
club.
Did
I'm
you
okay
know?
with that.
Did you know that AJ Styles has been a full-time wrestler for longer than The Rock?
Oh, I'm not surprised at all. He's been wrestling for fucking what,
From
20 plus years?
No, I'm talking in WWE.
Yeah, I can see
So
it.
when The Rock stopped being a full-time wrestler when he first left in 2002, that period when he was Rocky Maivia, AJ has been around longer than that now, if you can believe that.
Is it surprising to you that it's been 20 years
Since The Rock
Or-
left?
Yeah,
I mean, he's come back. He's come back
no,
a decent amount of times,
he ain't ever coming
but
back.
never
again.
like full-time all the time. Like Batista did that full-time for what, 2 years? Blue Batista?
Like a
When
year
he
and
came
a half, 2
back?
years. Yeah.
But The Rock has only, and like, he was never really full-time. I think Batista was still doing house shows,
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much house shows The Rock was doing in,
None.
Twice in a
None.
lifetime.
Nope.
Has
None.
it been 20 years? He was good in Jungle Cruise, but I don't know.
He's just The Rock, dude.
I know.
He's the fucking Rock.
I think what's hurting me is that when we watched guys like Stallone and Schwarzenegger and action heroes growing up, those were always R-rated movies.
Yeah. He needs a good R-rated vehicle.
But he won't because he's kid-friendly.
Well, he is and he isn't, though. He's in Fast and the Furious. Where he
Not
played,
R. The only R movie he's in is what? The one with Mark Wahlberg, right? Pain and Gain?
What? Oh, yeah. And he was good in that movie, too.
I know, he is good in that movie.
So is Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg is pretty solid in pretty much everything at this point.
He's either okay or like just playing Mark Wahlberg.
Well, I mean, it depends on who Mark Wahlberg is.
You know what movie I watched recently? The Italian Job.
It's a good movie.
It's not a bad movie.
I haven't watched it in a long time. Remember the posters we stole from the movie theater?
Yeah. But it was like, why did they never make? They talked about the sequel to that for years, and they never did it. Just fucking do it. What's taking so long? There are other
probably too late now.
Yeah, but you know what? There are other movies out there that could have just been rebranded as the Italian Job sequel.
Probably, yeah, probably. That was a weird movie with Mini Coopers in it and shit.
A lot of people in that. Jason Statham? Totally forgot he was in that.
A lot of weird people in that movie. Wasn't Ben, what the fuck is his name? Ben
Seth Green is in it?
Yeah. Who's the Ben? No, maybe I'm thinking of a different movie.
You're thinking of a different movie?
Maybe. It's another F. Gary Gray movie.
Mos Def is in that. Donald Sutherland's in that. Charlize Theron is in that. Now she's in whatever the latest Fast and Furious movie is.
Edward Norton's in that movie.
Yep. He didn't want to be in that movie, but he's in it.
No, he did not.
But he is in that movie. What other F. Gary? I always mess up his fucking name.
Gary Gray.
F. Gary Gray.
He's made some fucking bangers.
Yeah. And then he's made Men in Black International.
Yeah, it's a fucking terrible movie. I've never watched it, but I don't want to.
It wasn't bad. I watched it on a plane when I was flying to Paris. Or
you know, a movie is kind of underrated is A Man Apart. That's actually a pretty good movie.
Remember?
It's that's
the Vin Diesel. No, it's not that good.
No, I liked it. It was like Punisher, kind of.
No, it's not that.
Kind of. It was like Punisher.
Is Vin Diesel in any movie that's not Fast and Furious? Okay, that's good. Like where he's a main role. In it.
What was the movie? Boiler Room.
He's barely in that.
No, he isn't. He's like one of the main characters. He's on the fucking movie poster.
I feel like he's not really in it that much.
Maybe he is.
Maybe he is.
That's not Boiler Room.
Ben Affleck is in that movie.
He is, right?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Scott Conn is in that movie. Your favorite Jamie Kennedy is in that movie.
Jamie Kennedy.
But you put Vin Diesel on the cover because he's Vin Diesel. That's
why. He's like second build. He's definitely in that movie a lot.
Is it a good movie? I haven't seen it in years. Is it really a good movie though? Do we need to watch Boiler Room to determine if it's a good movie or not?
That's Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean, it didn't have the greatest Rotten Tomatoes score.
What is it?
66%. So I guess that's okay.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I mean, it's a plus. I don't know. I haven't seen it in 20 years. It's been 20 something years.
I forgot Ben Affleck was in that fucking movie though. Tom Everett Scott. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Ben Affleck.
So, but okay. So if you say that was 22 years ago, has there been anything else since then? He's in A Man Apart. He's in the Riddick movies, which I'm a sci-fi guy and I don't really care for them.
I don't like him either.
The Pacifier, Find Me Guilty, Babylon AD.
Ugh.
Let's see. He's in The Last Witch Hunter.
So here you go. Here's how to answer that question. He refused to do. Well, he's in the Guardians of the Galaxy. He plays.
That's not a starring role where he is a main star and B even physically in it. He says 3 words.
I want him to be physically in it. I want to pretend he's in the suit. There's no suit. I just want to pretend.
Can he change? Can Groot turn into Vin Diesel?
Maybe.
That would be funny. Just to see.
That would be pretty funny, actually.
He's gonna be in the new Avatar movies, apparently.
Oh fuck Avatar. We talked about this last time. Fuck Avatar.
I still haven't seen it.
That Bloodshot movie is fucking atrocious, by the way.
So what movies other than Fast and which he didn't even really want to do?
I mean,
he wasn't in the third one.
Pitch Black, Iron Giant. He was the Giant,
or the second one.
He was in Saving Private Ryan. I mean,
not a starring roles.
Knock Around Guys.
Nobody's ever said, you know what movie's really good? Knock Around Guys. Nobody's ever said that.
No, he hasn't really.
When was the last time you even heard anybody talk about the movie Knock Around Guys?
He hasn't been in anything. They're making a XXX4. What the? Was there a 3?
Is there a 3?
I didn't even know there was a 3. What the fuck? There's got to be a.
Oh wait. So 2 was the one without him with Ice Cube.
That was the one with Ice Cube. Yeah, State of the Union.
So he's in 3. They got him to come back.
Yeah, that was like.
So now they're making a 4. You telling me?
I don't know if I ever saw this movie.
What 3?
I don't know if I ever saw this movie.
I definitely didn't see 3.
Oh man, I really don't think I ever saw this movie. I forgot all about this.
Tony
Gonzalez is in this movie.
Wait, the football player?
Yes. What the fuck?
Really?
Yeah. What the fuck? I do not remember that movie at all. Fuck.
Isn't he dead?
Tony Gonzalez?
Yeah. No, he's not dead.
Junior Seau's dead. He killed himself.
Right.
He Cobained himself. I remember I made that joke. You know who else Cobained himself? Naomi Judd.
Yeah.
Too soon?
Yeah, what's up with that? Soon? No,
so I think the problem is that she has some really, really bad mental health issues. Which is kind of fucked up that you do that to your family anyway. But
I mean, Robin Williams killed himself.
Yeah, that's kind of bullshit too.
But he was dealing with like some really fucked up shit.
Well, apparently so was she. So I don't know. She was on for a long time. So I'm not a Judd's fan.
I had no idea, and I was like, I didn't even realize that she was dead. And then I saw something come through the other day, and it was like she committed suicide. I'm like, what? She's dead and committed suicide? Like,
and by self-inflicted gunshot wound, which Ashley Judd told the fucking Good Morning America crew, which is weird as shit.
She hasn't done anything in years.
No, Ashley Judd really hasn't. Wasn't she in like a TV show?
I don't know.
I thought she was on.
They were just inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame too.
I know.
Or she was.
Really
Winona
weird.
Judd.
Really weird.
Winona, not even her real name, by the way. Not Winona.
Yeah, she was on a show called Berlin Station. I don't know what that is, but she was
Ashley Judd?
Ashley Judd, yeah.
Berlin Station? What is that?
It's on Epix. I don't know. I've never heard of it.
The movie channel.
Yeah, I know what Epix is, but I've never heard the show. But, I mean, she was like a movie. She was an actress in the 90s and the mid 2000s where like she can make those like semi action murder mystery movies, you know?
I mean, she was big. She Kissed the Girls, right? That was her.
The Alex Cross
Right.
movies.
And then she was in Double Jeopardy. She was like, the 90s were like the decade of thrillers.
Yep, exactly.
They don't make thrillers like that anymore.
You know, action movies.
They don't make thrillers like that anymore. Like a $20 to $30 million movie where there's a lot of mystery involved. Like, they don't really do that anymore. They made a lot in the 90s. There's a lot of them. Tom Cruise is in a lot of them.
Yeah.
The Firm, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the Julie Roberts Pelican Brief. That's another one.
She was apparently in that Divergent series.
Yeah, who cares? We don't talk about that.
I don't know.
I don't think it ever got finished correctly. I really don't. I don't think it got finished. Like, they were planning on splitting it, and then people just got not interested. We're done. We're done with this.
Well, it's like that Maze Runner bullshit. I don't think they finished those either.
Not sure.
Oh, speaking of Maze Runner, we can segue right into The Flash. Your best friend, Ezra Miller.
I just hung up on the 90s thrillers. I want more. I want more of them.
No, I know. I mean, you know what? And they were so, but the problem is for every like good 90s thriller that you got or detective mystery, whatever, you got 4 bad ones. That's what happened. That's why they stopped making.
Were they bad though? Really? Were they bad?
Probably. I don't know. I don't have I didn't do my, research, but I mean, you're talking like movies like High Crimes, another one with fucking. High Crimes? That's another one with Ashley Judd and fucking Morgan Freeman.
The Game. Come on. Good stuff.
With David Fincher. Fincher directed
90s thriller.
But that was like he didn't even want to direct that fucking movie. Apparently,
it's a good movie though.
It is a good movie.
I've just googled 90s thrillers. Okay, Basic Instinct, Silence of the Lambs, The Game, A Simple Plan.
Silence of the
really
Lambs,
good movie.
Silence of the Lambs is a serial killer movie. I mean, I'm gonna call it what it is. That's a good movie, but I mean, it's a serial killer movie. You know what movie sucked?
Wild Things. Yeah.
Wild Things is great. Wild Things like 2,
single 3, white 4, female,
5, 7, 8, 9. Those are all good ones too. Remember when they used to make direct-to-video sequels of everything? Like
they still
Skulls? Do. No, but I mean,
there's an Undercover Brother 2. Did you know that?
I didn't know there was. Really?
Yes.
No, you know when they used to make remember those really cool, you were talking about thrillers though. Remember when they used to make the Skulls 2 and 3, yes. Wild Things 2 and 3, and all these movies where they were really Cruel Intentions 2 and 3. Intentions.
Well, 2 only existed because they filmed a TV pilot they turned into a movie.
Yeah, that movie. I want to. They were supposed to make that show now. They were supposed to make a Cruel Intentions continuation with the main characters from that show. Selma Blair and Reese Witherspoon were supposed to be in it, and they kind of just canceled it.
Yeah, they've been making lousy. They've been doing it for years. I mean, Disney was the first. It's let's just take a name of a movie and we'll just make Jarhead 2, Jarhead 3, Starship Troopers 2, Starship Troopers 3. Let's just.
Well, they made SWAT and they made SWAT 2, SWAT 2, SWAT 3, whatever.
There's a SWAT 2, really?
Yeah, with the dude from Suits, by the way, which is really weird. Gabriel Macht or whatever his name is.
Really? This is. I can't believe that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
SWAT firefight.
Yep. I watched it. It's not
Robert Patrick is in it.
Yeah, I think he's the bad guy, if I remember correctly.
SWAT Undersea. Wow, I cannot believe that there are 3 of them. We talked a couple weeks ago about all the WWE movies, but man,
it's weird. If you look at we talked about WWE productions, what they produce is really weird.
You know what? I know we said we need to watch these, but to sit down and watch them it's hard.
Some of these movies. We watched a movie called Dangerous with Clint Eastwood's son in it, and it was hard to get through.
Scott Eastwood, man, he really looks like him. He's got Mel Gibson in it though too.
Honestly, yeah. So Mel Gibson plays his psychiatrist that he continually calls all the time. Famke Janssen's in this movie. Butchering her name probably. And so is Tyrese. Tyrese plays a sheriff. I don't fucking know. I don't know why. I mean, I'm gonna spoil her. He dies, and it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, spoiler! You didn't even give me a chance to mute.
You're not even gonna watch it. And the guy who plays the bad guy is always a bad guy in everything. He was the bad guy in Walking Tall with The Rock, which is kind of
Kevin Durand.
Yes.
He just looks like a bad guy.
He just looks like a bad guy. But that was a terrible fucking movie.
Anyway,
and I don't even think it's direct to video. It was on like Amazon, I think.
Let's see. Theaters and on demand same day. Yeah. November 5th. And then DVD and Blu-ray on December 14th. So it's basically is direct to DVD.
Nobody saw that movie in the fucking theater.
No. 7 people.
Like I remember going to the movies and watching just terrible movies. Like Igby, not necessarily terrible movies, but movies that nobody else saw, like Igby Goes Down and shit like that. And like nobody was in the theater.
Nobody was in the theater when we saw The Big Bounce. Remember that movie?
Oh God, with Owen Wilson.
Mm-hmm. Haven't seen it since.
Who's the chick in that movie? Sarah Foster? Is that her name?
Oh.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman's in that movie too, isn't he?
Wasn't Charlie Sheen in it?
I don't know.
Charlie Sarah Foster. Is that who
look at that! Look at that memory on this guy.
Why did I think it was a different blonde actress?
Because there's a lot of.
I don't even know who the fuck Sarah Foster is.
Did that movie come out in like 2003?
4.
That's close. Damn.
Nobody was in the theater. I think it was me, you, and like one other random person.
That movie was not good.
It wasn't bad.
It was, but you know what? Back then there were so many fucking movies, and you really had to be kind of choosy because
I think something else came out that week.
Every week we went to see something. Didn't matter what it was. We just chose it because it kind of looked okay. And at that point, you like kind of shit like that. Probably when did it come out? Probably in the winter time, and it was beachy vibe.
Well, hold on, January 30th, 2004. The other movies that came out that week were The Perfect Score and You Got Served, which I think everybody was in the theater to see that.
Yeah, probably. It was I can imagine. Amityville probably emptied out for that one. We would have probably saw The Big Bounce. But yeah, I mean, from what I remember of the movie, it wasn't terrible, but it's Owen Wilson. And interesting side note. I think I told you this, but her cousin sounds just like him.
Wow.
Anyway,
let's move on to Ezra Miller.
Oh, fuck Ezra Miller.
And we're wrapping. Yeah. Video came out.
I'm not using the fucking pronouns. Fuck you. You don't deserve any type of special treatment, you douche nozzle.
Yeah, they released the video of him getting arrested, and he got real aggressive with the cops.
Yeah, and he's saying, "Don't touch my dick."
And he said, "I film myself when I get assaulted for NFT crypto art," and I'm like, "Oh, how much more do you want me to hate you?"
He's so
if only he would partner up with everybody else in the world who I don't care for.
Tom Brady.
And I don't even hate him as a person.
I don't hate Tom Brady as a person.
Nelly, Missy Elliott for you.
Oh, Missy Elliott. No, fucking Pitbull. Oh man, if Pitbull and Ezra Miller
collaborated NFT art, NFT crypto art. Fuck that. NFT is a fucking scam, and crypto is in the fucking shitter.
Oh, and it's going straight to hell.
Yeah, but he's just.
He's just such a douche, man. I just don't get it.
What are they going to do? They have to release that movie.
They have to. They're going to lose. If they don't release that movie, they're going to lose a shit ton of money.
But
and Michael Keaton's going to be pissed.
What are you great? Because he came back. What are you going to do? What are you going to do with your life?
They have to film something afterwards.
It's a major movie.
So if they really want to replace him with the dude from...
Holy shit, Ron Livingston is in it?
In what? Flash?
Yeah.
He plays the dad.
Yeah.
He's replacing Billy Crudup, actually.
God damn it. Everybody but him in it. I like. Fuck you, Ezra Miller.
I mean, they got Supergirl in this movie. This was supposed to be like the new launching point for like the DC universe, and he fucked it up so bad because he's.
I don't understand why you can't just superimpose somebody that looks like him in there.
They should just do it with that dude. What's his name? Dylan. I don't remember.
Dylan O'Brien.
Dylan O'Brien. Like, he's a good actor. I mean, he's
in a mask most of the time.
You did a movie with Michael Keaton already. Fuck, let's go.
Right here, all you gotta do is CGI this and maybe the eyes a little bit. Come on.
Yeah, the eyes, the mouth.
How much could it possibly take?
They can't. You know how much money it would cost to do that?
Who cares? How much? So, I know you're not a math guy. So, you're talking about a movie that's going to get such huge negative press. If it costs them $200 million in money that they thought that they were going to make, and it only costs $75 million to reshoot, which is the better option?
I mean, I agree. But do you think you're going to get? But you got to get all those actors back to reshoot all these scenes.
Not every scene.
Oh,
I don't
not every
feel.
Scene, just put Grant Gustin in the fucking movie and be done with it. Just pull him out. Just put him on the fucking movie.
I think the biggest problem is that it's done. It's cut. It's complete.
I know. How bad do you think the director for this movie feels about Andy?
The movie would have probably should have come out by now.
Probably should have, yeah. But how bad do you think?
Filming wrapped October 8th, 2021.
Dude, they got some post production should be done by now. It's fucking almost June, so they should be done. Doesn't take that long.
What was the original date? June 3rd, 2022. It was supposed to be coming out right now.
Yeah, when they push it back till
June 2023.
Okay, so I mean they're hoping people forget.
But the people don't forget though.
People don't forget shit
because it will be everywhere.
Do you remember?
How are you going to promote a movie, a Flash movie, without the Flash?
Oh, he's such a piece of shit, man.
How are you going to promote a Flash movie without the Flash?
I just don't understand how you could be so mindlessly stupid about, like, with your fame. Like, you're obviously going to be famous. You're going to be famous as fuck.
He's already famous as fuck. He was in the Harry Potter movies. I mean,
nobody knows who the fuck he is, really, though. Like, nobody knows who he is. Nobody knows who. If I ask 9 out of 10 people,
my wife did not know. But then I showed her a picture of him, and she goes, "Yeah, I know him." Right? They don't know him by name, but they know him.
I mean, I know who he is because he was in some stupid fucking movie I watched a long time ago. But I mean, I don't never thought about seeking out a movie because he was in it. Fuck that guy. But now I'm definitely going to avoid. He's worse than fucking Amber Heard at this point. Personally,
something that Marvel has done is manage to cast people who seemingly avoid controversy pretty much all the time. Who's the most controversial Marvel character out there? That not actually, but actor.
Probably Chris Pratt. Only because he has some weird.
But barely controversial. It's not like he's like come out and be like, no abortions for people. He knows when to shut the fuck up.
No, he doesn't say anything. He's not stupid. He's not going to sacrifice his whole career for something.
He is part of like some weird Christian church, religion, but he doesn't really talk about it.
So is Bieber. Bieber's the same way. He's part of the same fucking church.
Yeah,
like, Bieber knows when to shut his fucking face.
How many issues has DC had with their casting?
DC has issues with everything. It's not just the casting. Everything sucks.
But it comes down to the casting.
No, I know. Well,
they have managed to not thoroughly vouch anybody.
Well,
the last Marvel guy they don't even give a fuck. Terrence Howard, fuck you. You've been replaced. You want to be a fucking weirdo and a dick? We'll get rid of you in a second. Fuck you.
Yeah, they're a multi-billion-dollar corporation at this point.
They don't give a shit. Not that he was a main character, but still.
No. And Don Cheadle's fucking Don Cheadle, so whatever.
Right.
But you look at the people they did cast. Like Ben Affleck wasn't a bad casting. He's pretty good Batman, honestly. I liked him.
That's okay.
That's what they were going for. They were going for an older Batman. So
at that time, it really he was going through some things.
He's always going through something.
Yeah,
smoking Marlboro Reds and drinking.
Between Amber Heard and Ray Fisher, you
can't really be blamed for Amber Heard because Amber Heard shit didn't happen till way after.
It did. Yes,
when did it happen?
She got in legal trouble with her. All the stuff with Johnny Depp happened in like 2016. They've been done for years.
Nah, I don't remember.
She got into a big thing with her girlfriend like 10 years ago as well.
Ray Fisher's just a dick, by the way, too. He's not. I mean, that's not. like they hired him, and Josh Whedon kind of fucked up probably a little bit.
But you've got don't forget you Jared Leto.
Jared
Who's
Leto's
like
just
kind of
so
like now he's gonna slowly be getting canceled here when more and more shit of his comes out.
so fucking weird shit going on. That's a whole nother episode. Jared Leto's Freaky Funhouse. I mean, I don't know, man. That's just a weird fucking situation. I don't even
I
want
mean,
to.
Jason Momoa is like the only one that's like kind
And
of like been great.
He's a fucking gypsy. What the fuck? That dude lives in a fucking van, probably. Okay.
He's
I mean,
not
there's
a
some weird.
gypsy. He's Hawaiian.
No, he's a gypsy.
He's Hawaiian. He's
Look
from
that shit up.
Hawaii.
No, look that shit up. He's a gypsy. Pride of the Gypsies.
His father is of native Hawaiian ancestry.
No, I'm saying he personally is a gypsy. I'm not saying he's not Hawaiian. I'm saying he's a gypsy. Look it up. He is a gypsy. He acts like a gypsy. He's a gypsy.
Is there a big difference between a Hawaiian and a gypsy, though?
I don't fucking know. I'm not Hawaiian or a gypsy. Barely American.
I don't feel like he's not a gypsy.
He's a gypsy.
Pride of gypsies.
Yeah, he's a gypsy.
That's not like saying he's a gypsy. It's just the thing.
He has come out and said he's a gypsy.
A tribe of artists and filmmakers with an enthusiastic search for creating unique and inventive content.
Yeah, he's a gypsy.
It's just a pride of gypsies, a group of nomadic or free-spirited people. Not a gypsy in the way that in Europe you would think of as a gypsy.
Well, I mean, like gypsy has a different connotation now. It's not like I'm not saying he's like fucking. He's a magician. I'm saying he's just like he's a fucking wallflower or whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah, not like a gypsy scammer.
No.
They have in Europe. Right. Like that. Well, that's what I'm thinking. It's like no, it's not like that at all.
It's got a different connotation now than it did before. But yes, so sorry for the confusion. But no, he's like that wallflower kind of weirdo guy now. I think he was living in a van or something for a while. He's just a fucking weirdo. Guy. He's just a fucking weirdo. But whatever. He's a cool guy. You know, whatever. I just don't know how they come back from this. If it doesn't work, what do they do? If I was them, I'd fucking just sell it. Be like, all right, man, we're done. Give it to Marvel. Let them fucking deal with it.
Deal with what?
DC. Let them have it.
No, I mean they still make money from the movies.
I mean, I guess they can't anyway,
make as much
because the Batman came out and that made a pretty decent amount of money, and they're not going to get rid of it. But let him fucking deal with it. Give it to Matt Vaughn then, or whatever.
Give it to fucking James Gunn.
I mean,
give me a James Gunn DC cinematic universe. I will buy a movie ticket for that. And I haven't bought a movie ticket in years.
The last movie I saw in the theater was Spider-Man.
Could you imagine? Because he would make it realistic enough to work as a movie. The Suicide Squad works, and it's ridiculous.
It's so good. That movie's amazing. And Peacemaker is amazing.
It's ridiculous. The shit that happens is not real life. It's not dark and gritty like they want to make everything else. But it works better because there's some levity to it, for fuck's sake.
Like, I don't know why DC has this obsession. Like, this DC Extended Universe has this obsession with being grounded in reality. When you have a dude who flies in from a different planet, you have a dude who dresses like a bat, and a Wonder Woman who's from fucking whatever.
You have
the goddess.
When you do gritty, the Batman suffers for doing too gritty. Like you can have it be gritty, but if it's too gritty and grounded, that's the problem.
But here's the thing, though:
some of his best villains are not realistic in any sense.
And you can do Batman and do Batman gritty, but if you take Batman out of his own solo movie and put him into a Justice League type of scenario, then it's not gritty anymore. Change the landscape of the movie. It doesn't have to follow him wherever he goes. Why does it have to do that? Why does Zack Snyder have to have every movie look exactly the fucking same? And I've hated that he loves green screens. He's just a green screen fucking using asshole. He's been like that forever. Fucking, what was the movie with the fucking owls? And the movie with Sucker Punch, which was all fucking green screen. 300, all green screen.
I've tried watching Sucker Punch 3 times, and I cannot get through it.
It was funny. There was
His best movie is the only movie where he didn't green screen the fuck out of it.
what, Watchmen?
What? No, that was Dawn of the Dead. Watchmen is green screen the fuck out of it. Dawn of the Dead is a really good movie.
Some of it's green screen, not all of it, but yeah, I mean, Watchmen.
It's a little bit, but it wasn't really 300 was like the first one that was like, okay, it's gonna be mostly green screen.
All green screen.
Which I haven't seen since it came out. I don't know how well it holds up. Or
I don't know. They made a really bad sequel.
Yeah, but I don't know. I meant to watch Army of the Dead and live tweet it, and I never did. Just don't care.
No. It's okay. I mean, it's not great.
He's working on a movie called Rebel Moon.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's got a decent cast. A peaceful colony on the edge of the galaxy is threatened by the armies of a tyrannical regent named Belisarius. Okay.
Whatever, bro. Whatever. You do you, man. I'm not a big Zack Snyder guy. Just not. Sorry.
Like I said, the movie I think he did best was Dawn of the Dead. I mean, I like Watchmen. I thought it could have been better a little bit. I think the casting on some of them was not the best.
Jackie Earle,
some of it, right? Some of it was so good.
Jackie Earle Haley was good. The dude who played Night Owl was good. Some of it was just.
I really wasn't sold on Malin Ackerman. I think that's what it was.
No, she was kind of weird.
But yeah, Matthew Good.
Remember when everybody? Remember when they tried to put fucking Malin Ackerman in everything?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Everything in like the.
They try to do that with these young blonde actresses. They try to put them in everything.
Everything. Holy
even if they have no range. You know, she doesn't even do anything anymore. She was in a lot of movies for a while. Then it was like,
God, she was in so many movies. I don't know. It
didn't really work out for her. By the way, she got her start in The Skulls, and that we're going full circle. Not The Skulls 2, The Skulls, the original Skulls. She had like a very, very small part. Skulls 2, Skulls 3. What's your favorite direct to DVD sequel?
Cool Intentions.
That's the question. That's the question for next week's podcast, episode 80. What's your favorite direct to DVD, direct to VHS sequel?
I think it would be Cruel Intentions 2.
You're gonna have to go and look because I bet you something that you really like you don't even know was like a directed. Like Grease 2 is almost like direct to VHS.
Shut the fuck up! No, it's not. That was in the theater, Mark. Shut the fuck up. You know, every once in a while, I just sing "Cool Rider." Okay, shut up.
I don't even know how that song goes.
Cool Rider. I mean, it's a great
Cool
song.
Rider. Yeah, I don't know.
I gotta go.
I have no idea how it goes.
All right, this has been the Mark and Judy podcast, episode 79. What the fuck? We're almost there. Almost to 100.
Mm-hmm.
21 episodes.
Probably not going to hit it in September like we previously thought, but we're getting there.
Nah, we got some issues going through, but yeah we might get there. Who knows?
Barry Bostwick is in Skulls 3.
It's fucking weird.
That is fucking weird, right?
Didn't he die?
Thought he died. No, he's still alive.
Oh, is he? Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, good for him.
Anyway, yeah, you can find us on Twitter and Facebook, Mark and JD. Give us a listen, a like, subscribe, whatever. And we're on every podcast platform you could possibly want.
Twitch.tv/Mark and JD for sure. Watch the video. We're on YouTube. You just have to search for us.
Yes.
You'll find us. You'll
find us. Mm-hmm. You'll find us. Just search Mark and JD. We pop up. We're like the first result, I think. Yeah. I haven't looked in a while, but
I haven't looked either, but you know.
Yeah, we're there. We're like top. We're on the top there.
Mark and JD podcast. There it is. Look at that. Recording episode 79. Let's pull it up.
Yeah, because we're live right now. We can watch ourselves record. We'll do a meta podcast.
Meta podcast. Podcast within a podcast.
We'll be the first ever. All right. We'll catch you next time.
Good day,
whatever that is. You know, that's why you got to subscribe because you never know when we're going to go on.
You never know.
You never know. So give us a subscribe, especially on Twitch. All right.
Bye-bye.
Farewell.